Broadsword calling Danny boy.
Tingling with excitement, trembling with horror, and throbbing with emotion.
Okay, YouTubers, another interplanetary game of I Spy taking place right here. We have Sol 138 image, large panoramic, and Sol 153 image, also large panoramic. Good quality, high definition images here. Taken 15 days apart in 2012-2013. We're going to be particularly concentrating on this part of the image, or images on the right, between those two arrows. You will see what I'm talking about when we get a little bit closer. This video was first published, I think, late last year. It's about 1,000 hits so far. It's not bad. I'm just going to have a re-look at this for you because this is an important piece of evidence of moving stuff on Mars. This may well prove that there is life on Mars. This particular set of images here. The top one is exactly the same spot as the one below. The one below is taken 15 days later, and there are 3 objects in that image that aren't in the top image. Where are they precisely? Now, whether these are rocks or whether they are rodents, actually I think 2 of them are rodents. The third on the right, the third object on the right, is a bit more ambiguous. It's a bit like a snail, but actually I think it does appear in the top image on having reviewed this video now. So at least 2 of these objects are not in the top image. And as we get a bit closer here, you will see. Now the guy on the left there, with his legs sticking up in the air, kind of contorted, lying on his back, is a rodent, or something very similar. Could be a small lizard, but looking at the actual legs, the way they're bent, that looks pretty much like a dead rat or some kind of Martian equivalent of it. The guy just above and to the right of him is also a rodent. Now he looks like a living rodent, this one, because actually he appears in other sets of images and has motion blur. I know it's hard to say with some of these images, they're not that clear, but if you look at them carefully you can tell that some of these things are actually moving. So the guy in the centre, above centre there, is a living rodent. You can see an arm sticking out, or a leg sticking out the front there. He's got a little tail sticking out on the right. Perhaps he was about to feed on the corpse of the dead rat or whatever it is, which is why a lot of these objects seem to disappear. When you come back to them, they're not always there. Rocks don't move on their own. I know it's windy up there, but it's not that windy. Gale crater, certain parts of it are very sheltered. It's in a very deep crater, a couple of miles deep. You know, parts of it are very sheltered from the wind. So there we go. Who's to say? Thanks for watching, everyone. It's just a quick selection of some of my previous finds on Mars. Loads of stuff here. You can check all these out on my channel. I'm very controversial, this ugliest alien guy, offending a lot of people. That maybe it's because he's so ugly, I don't know. The dinosaur femur, some kind of dog or coyote, large dinosaur, possibly a UFO on Mars, who's to say. Many animal heads and skulls, hundreds and hundreds of these things I found. People come to me and say, oh, you're crazy or whatever. Okay, maybe if it was just 1 or 2 things I found and I was making these claims, maybe so. But I found hundreds of these things. I mean, how many of these things do I need to find before people will actually take it for what it is? There are all manner of creatures on Mars. Some of them are still alive, some of the smaller ones. There may even be large creatures still alive up there, who knows? We may not be told the truth about the oxygen levels on Mars and the temperatures. Maybe, I know it does get quite warm during the day up there. It's up to about 27 degrees in the summer during the day, but obviously the nights are very cold. A lot of these specimens look freeze-dried. A lot of them look very fresh indeed. There even seems to be humanoid activity on Mars, as you've just seen there. All manner of creatures. Don't listen to anyone who says otherwise. They haven't done the research. Everybody who's done this type of research has come to the same conclusion, that there is extensive evidence for at least past life on Mars and possible life on Mars now.